with the great Gilbert Gottfried, who is a very famous comedian. He never really achieved the fame that he wanted.
When will Gilbert be doing arenas?
I don't think ever. I'll be honest with you. But he's a favorite. He is called the comics comic.
Yes.
A lot of the comedians come by to watch him work out his material. I like how comics
talk to Belzer.
Yeah, I like how comics talk about themselves, like they're in some kind of training or in a gym. We work out we do a workout here, and then we watch each other work out, put some things together, work out at our gigs, and then we like to riff with each other, like they're musicians or something.
Yeah, like it's jazz.
Yeah, Gilbert's not into any of that. He just goes up and he gets up and he's very funny. He just makes no money. That's his problem. Comedian means he's very funny with no money. Yeah. People hate him. The comedians are like him.
Yeah.
Very sad position to be in.
Audiences walk out, but the comedians.
A lot of comedians watch him do his show, and they figure out how to take his material and make it more mainstream.
Right. But when he hears somebody really laughing out there in the audience, he knows it's a comedian.
Because he's going, I'm going to make a lot of money with Gilbert's material. It's fun to watch Gilbert ad-lib and do it brilliantly, and then steal all his material.
Then I'll go on Letterman tomorrow, and I'll do that material the right way.
Right.
Yes.
Show them how it's really done.
Yes.
Gilbert, it's good to see you. You're here promoting. You took another one of these cameo appearances that you often do. I remember you in the show The Flash. You played, Superboy.
You
played what was the character you played there?
Knick-Knack.
Knick-Knack. And then you were in the Eddie Murphy movie as the Jewish accountant.
Yeah, it's a stretch for me.
And you take a lot of different cameos. That is pretty much your acting career. Cameo. People can't handle you in large doses, so they put you in for a short time.
They're
is that
not going
correct?
to build a whole project around you.
Even in the world's worst movie, which was that, what was the one with the bad kid?
Problem Child 1 and 2.
Problem Child 1 and 2, they put you in small doses.
Yes.
They couldn't put you in... Yes.
Gilbert's Cosby appearance was the highest-rated sitcom ever of all time.
And Gilbert was only on for, 3 seconds?
I never saw it.
It's always a cameo.
That's why.
A lot of people watch because they said, Gilbert will only be up for a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, tonight you play Paddywhack, not Knick-Knack. You play Paddywhack on the show. What is the name of the show again? Wings?
Wings.
Wings.
Tonight at 8:30.
That has nothing to do with Wings Hauser, does it?
Yeah, yes, it's the Wings Hauser story.
Wings tonight, NBC, 8:30.
What will you be doing in this one?
Cameo.
Yeah.
You'll see Gilbert in small doses, Robin.
So it's not a whole episode built around.
Who do you play in this episode tonight?
Well, I play a character.
Yeah, tell us about it. Yes?
He's kind
What's
of
his name?
A tortured...
No, what's the guy's name?
Lewis.
Lewis. And what is he? A tortured Jew?
Yeah.
Is he an accountant? Do you wear yarmulke
Is he
and
a
collars?
money lender?
What do you do? Are you a money lender? Are you a hook-nosed money lender?
I play Shylock.
No, what do you...
I demand a pound of flesh.
No, because you have a very Jewish appearance.
Yes.
And usually you are cast as a Jew, and you're very loud, which is a stereotype of Jews.
Yeah.
Now, you play a character named Louis. Is it Louis Levy?
Yeah.
Louis?
Yeah, it's Louis O'Brien.
And what is it? You get a lot of broads on this show?
Oh, yeah.
All the women are attracted to you?
Yeah.
And what happens?
Dating that young chick. Huh?
Yeah, someone sent you an advance copy, I guess.
I don't have an advance copy. Tell me what really goes on. Who do you play? Louis, and what does Louis do for a living?
Okay. Well, he's the type of guy.
Now, come on, tell us seriously. How long are you on the screen?
See, he
like 3
spent
seconds?
a lot of time thinking about who Louis was because he was in the show so little.
Yeah. He sat in a trailer thinking about
his
it.
whole history for Louis.
And, of course, the rest of the cast wanted nothing to do with Gilbert, so he sat by himself. Did anyone in the cast speak to you when you went out to shoot this? What about that good-looking girl on the show? What's her name? The blonde?
Crystal Bernard.
Crystal Bernard.
Yes.
She's a Jew, is she not?
Yeah, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you talk to her at all?
Yeah, she's of the Lubavitch.
She's Orthodox.
Yeah, she drives around on those buses.
Now, what about her? Did you talk to her?
Yeah.
Is she attractive?
Very.
Yeah. And no romance there?
Oh, yeah.
No
I nailed
chemistry?
Whose idea was it for you to be in the show? The writers?
I guess so.
And what is the character? Seriously. What is Louis?
They never come out and say he's...
What happens in the show? Would you stop it?
Okay, no, I'm just going to say...
I'm going to throw you out in a minute. Really. I'm trying to do an interview with you. Boy, you're getting heavy. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You got a belly on you. Look at the belly on Gilbert.
I look like the Grinch who stole Christmas.
What happened in the show?
Basically, it has that actor William Hickey.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for him to die to collect his money. So they never say I'm a Jew, but basically...
Is that really true?
Yeah.
Why are you collecting his money? You're a banker?
Because I'm his nephew.
Oh, you're his nephew. I see. All right, very good. Sounds like a real bore.
Very funny.
Yeah, very funny stuff.
Oh, funny
stuff.
That's wild.
Hey-oh.
And it's on before Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most importantly.
Yes, and that's a good show.
Because the idea of collecting money from rich people, that was my idea.
Yeah, we invented that.
Seinfeld hasn't called, too.
Have you on, has he?
Yeah, no, but my machine hasn't been working.
I see. So Gilbert will also be at the Comedy Cabaret February 17th in Wilmington, Delaware, February 18th and 19th at Fells Point, Baltimore, Governor's Long Island, March 4th, and Club Benet, New Jersey, March 5th. He's coming back with a vengeance.
All right.
Robin, what's in the news? Gilbert's going to join us for the news. It's always fun when he's here.
Absolutely. And the big news is, of course, that we have a new mayor.
This guy's so great. And, you know, Gorilla told me a great story. Remember, Giuliani said one of the things he was going to do is so people could ride the subways, you got to get some of these homeless off of there because they're living down there. It has now turned into a shelter, the subway. But by the way, we have plenty of shelters in New York. They won't go to the shelters. They want to be on the subway. So they're on there, and the cars smell so bad that you can't. I am telling you, I know you think I'm making this up, but if you ever go into a subway car where there's one homeless guy, because they don't wash, the car smells so intense you would throw up. I know you don't believe that. You say it couldn't be that bad.
It's like being in a room with Jackie.
Yeah. Worse. A dead Jackie. So Gorilla takes the subway in every morning. Hey, Gorilla, come here and tell everyone what happened to you.
Is this just this morning?
It's been happening actually a couple of mornings.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was unbelievable. Tell everyone what happened.
Well,
wait a second. What, Dad?
Would you like to tell us, Fred? Would you like to tell it, Fred?
Tell everyone, Fred. Give him a chance.
I got on the train this morning, right? And, well, actually, I didn't even get on. It pulled into the station. And the conductor got out of the car.
The conductor.
The conductor.
The conductor.
The conductor. The conductor.
What happened with the conductor?
He just got out of the car.
He just got out of the car.
He said, he just
C-A-H. Car.
All right, let him talk, Gilbert.
Sorry.
All right, go ahead. So the conductor got out of the car.
The conductor got out of the car. And he got...
What happened?
And he got out and started to walk away.
Right.
So my dad turned to him and said, "What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing?" The conductor left the car.
All right, come on, let the guy finish the story. Stop it, everybody. Go ahead. That's not right.
He got out of the car. My dad.
Go ahead. Just
I haven't
finish.
even said once. All right, so. He got out of the car, and my dad said, "Where are you going?" He goes, "I ain't moving this train till all these damn homeless people get off. It stinks." And he made every homeless person get off the trains, and it's freezing out. Some of these guys don't even have shoes on or anything. He made them all get out of the car and shut down the whole car.
So you hear what went on in the subway this morning? They made all the homeless people evacuate the train so that normal people who pay for this service could take it without being scared out of their mind, or because people aren't using the subway anymore. They're afraid. Mass transit's a joke.
Can you blame him?
And what Gorilla said is true.
They got out of the car.
Well, they got out of the car. The conductor, I'm not moving this car.
And my dad said...
My dad said, hey, you're the conductor of the car. Why are you getting out of the car?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What's he doing with the car?
I'm getting out of these damn homeless.
I mean, I'm a passenger. He's the conductor.
I have a right to be in the car.
The conductor was leaving the car.
Where is he going?
Not in the car.
Now I know who will open for Geraldo and Joey Buttafuoco. Gorilla will wrestle the English language for about 15, 20 minutes.
Let's get ready to
Rumble.
Rumble with the conductor.
All right, very good. Thank you for the story. I just wanted to show you that's government in action.
That is government in action?
Yeah. I think so.
What happened?
They never used to throw the homeless off the train. Now they do on a regular basis.
And the conductor.
And the conductor.
Conductor.
The conductor.
Do you take cabs?
Sometimes. I do a lot of walking.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You'd rather walk than go under the subway, even in freezing cold
Even
weather.
if you have to go a long way, like you have to go from one end of Manhattan to another?
I'd rather walk than pay for a token. Yeah.
What else is in the news, Robin?
So anyway, I was about to tell you what's happening to those people now. The transit cops are actually getting those, when they stop, they get those people and they throw them off the trains.
The car.
And they're told that this is inappropriate and it's against the law, and they throw them off.
Why don't they talk to the conductor?
Like my father.
If my father was there, he'd throw them off the car.
Yeah.
I remember when Giuliani was running for mayor, he said he was going to get rid of squeegee people, and I have seen less of them since he became mayor.
Where are all the squeegees? And the conductor got on the street and he talked to the squeegee people, and then my father says, "Hey, where you going?" Ha.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll do more news right after these words. We spent the whole commercial break proofing on Gorilla.
It's getting so you can't say anything here.
By the way, Gilbert Gottfried with us doing the news. Robin Comedy Cabaret, February 17th. Wilmington, Delaware, February 18th and 19th. Fells Point, Baltimore. Governors on Long Island, March 4th. Club Benet, New Jersey, March 5th. And Wings tonight, NBC, 8:30. So there you go. Gilbert. All of a sudden, it's Gilbert Mania. He comes like out of his cocoon and then
He
just...
does a little tour, mini tour.
Mini tour.
Mini tour. Mini tour.
Moped tour.
Oh, mini tour.
All right, Robin, where else are we in the news?
Tanya Harding, still in the news. The FBI.
Why me? Why?
Because you're good looking and you skate better than me. That's why.
Why?
Why me?
Jackie Martling is Nancy Kerrigan. Why?
Why me?
Why?
Why can't I get booked at Governors?
Why? I do well on Long Island. Why?
Why me?
Why?
You're so witty.
Well, anyway.
He said he'd have me back in that club, and he didn't. Why?
So you're saying Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, the story continues to unfold. Is that right, Robin?
The FBI is now going through dumpsters looking for...
I do well in Jersey and in Long Island.
Oh, dear.
Why?
Gilbert, let's hear what's going on.
Oh, sorry.
Be additional information.
They're
for you.
going through dumpsters to try to corroborate the stories being told by Jeff Gillooly in terms of...
Gillooly.
Yes. Linking Tanya to this whole conspiracy to attack Nancy Kerrigan. Meanwhile, Nancy was performing before some Olympic Committee officials yesterday to prove that she is sound and fit to participate in this year's Olympics, and they gave her the okay, so she's being sent over along with another skater just in case Tanya Harding gets pulled out because she's charged with something, or Nancy Kerrigan comes up with a bad leg.
Nancy Kerrigan is so much prettier than Tanya. You can see why the jealousy is there. I mean, Nancy Kerrigan looks really hot.
It's like night and day.
Yeah, and then you see this ugly Tanya and the hair all bristly.
And the funny-looking makeup she used.
Yeah, like clown makeup and a big ass. You see her ass?
You see this graceful girl with nice features, a cute figure, and then you see
A linebacker.
Tanya.
A linebacker.
Why me?
She never worked in Governors. Why?
How come Eddie Murphy, Paul Reiser, all these guys I worked with, they're all getting somewhere and I'm not? Why me? Why are they headlining?
So anyway, they also, in the Daily News today, they say they think that Tanya's going to be charged with something next week, at the very least, trying to obstruct justice, by not reporting the committing of a crime.
No,
after
she's wild.
After she became aware that it had occurred.
She is wild. Oh,
That's Johnny Carson at home now. Since he has no show, he just reads the paper and goes,
He's saying this stuff to Alexis.
Oh, Alexa. Ooh, Tanya Harding's wild. Tanya, she is wild. Very, very clever.
Wild,
very clever
funny stuff.
Oh, this is a wild story. The other day,
Johnny Carson in bed.
Meanwhile, did you see that they're making some movies of the Menendez brothers?
See?
Hey, Robin, you told me you saw Donahue yesterday.
Yes.
I was talking on the air the other day about how this must be the dumbest jury on the planet, this Menendez. It's such a clear-cut case. You've been following this at all?
Yes.
Here's the thing. Menendez, these two boys, they killed their parents. And they have a motive and everything. The parents had money, right? Am I right? The parents had money.
Yes, they had money.
And they said they got caught. They killed their parents for the money. And all of a sudden when they got caught, they go, oh, we were abused. All of a sudden they were abused. Then he said, well, what was the worst case of abuse? They said, well, the abuse...
Now, don't say that. You've not pinpointed the worst cases of abuse
he
they
goes,
label.
the abuse started... My parents forced me to play a lot of tennis.
No, now what I heard was the worst abuse yesterday. The first case of abuse...
Was the tennis.
No. One of the kids, in order to...
he forced us to watch Gilbert Gottfried on TV.
If you'd ever watched The Simpsons, it was what Homer used to do to Bart.
Which was?
He'd say, he'd put him up on a counter and say, jump into my arms.
Yeah.
Are you
And he'd catch him 3 times, and the 4th time he'd always let him fall on the floor.
Oh, that's funny.
That's what, whatever the guy's name was.
Gomer.
The father.
Gomer
used to
Menendez.
He used to
Homer.
do
Come
to one
here,
of these
Menendez,
kids.
boys.
So his first thing was they made him play tennis.
Let's play tennis, Menendez, boys.
No, this was much earlier than tennis. This was jumping on the counter when you're a little boy.
Don't believe it.
Menendez.
Your Honor, it was really bad. My mom didn't fold my underpants. And,
Homer, stop making them play tennis with you.
so anyway, so follow this. I said the jury got hung up because they heard, oh my God, these boys were abused. Meanwhile, they killed their parents. These aren't boys. These are men. They're 20 years old. They didn't have to kill their parents. Mother?
Mother, I can't play tennis. Mother, it's horrible. I dropped the ball and everything.
So, anyway, I said to Rob, this has got to be the dumbest jury. So, sure enough, she tunes in Donahue yesterday. They got Menendez trial jury types.
Well, one of the jurors was there.
What did they say?
Well, the thing that struck me most was how emotional she was. You'd have thought she knew these people, and she was she would almost come to tears when she would talk about the things they said these children experienced growing up. This didn't seem like an objective...
She got caught up in their story.
She was totally emotional about what they said.
So no matter what I do, as long as I can concoct some story about...
If you can sway the jury and make them feel sorry for you.
They will say, oh, it's okay. Go ahead and kill your parents.
We forgive you.
All right. Well, that's a good lesson to all of you. These guys are... and I hate to call them boys because they're men. They're not...
Well, yeah, they've got me doing it. They're grown men.
Right. They're not boys and des. They're men. Menendez. The men are guilty. Menendez.
But it was very interesting.
Now, wait a minute.
How proud she was.
Now, you're the Menendez boys, huh?
All right.
And you killed your parents.
So now they're going to be a couple, at least a couple.
Now, they abused you, though.
Oh, dear.
What's your sister's name?
They made you play tennis.
Anyway,
now,
there's going to
be... So
be...
you killed them violently.
Oh, please, Gilbert. There are going to be a couple of TV movies about the Menendez boys.
Are you going to take part in the TV movie? And if someone steals the idea, what'll you do?
And the prosecutor in Los Angeles still has to determine whether he's going to retry both of them.
Really?
On what charge. So
he doesn't even know if he's going to retry them.
Well, he's still considering it, but he has vowed before, no matter how much it costs, he would do it again.
Right.
So.
Would you do it again? And if there's a mistrial, what will you do?
Sue.
You'll sue?
Oh, and one more thing about the Tanya Harding case.
Yeah.
There is a committee being put in place by the U.S. Olympic Commission to determine exactly what to do about Tanya Harding and this whole Tanya Harding case. And they probably will call witnesses, including Tanya and her husband, Jeff, to try to figure out what went on. And to determine whether Tanya should represent the U.S. at the Olympic Games.
Well...
In the white trash division.
And now.
In the white trash division. Trailer park.
And now representing the United States. The porker in the sequins. Tonya Harding. And here she comes, Tonya's coming. Oh, look at the size of her ass. Gigantor is jealous. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the United States, our finest felon, Tanya Harding. You know, when she gets done with the Olympics, most people look forward to tens of millions of dollars worth of endorsements. Tanya can look forward to a stay in jail. Jail time. Hey, you got to say, she has a desire, Robin. She really wanted to win. We might as well let her go. I mean, she went to all this trouble.
Well, again, I say that I think the pressure's getting to her, and we ought to just relieve her of this responsibility because I think she'll escape at it.
Maybe she can run off into the sunset with her Galooly man. Galooly. He looks like every dweeb in high school.
I got a load of those galoolies. Oh. She's got a big set of galoolies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take those Olympic rings, put them around her ankles, and put her in a cop car, drive her off to prison. That's it.
Geraldo was here earlier today. He's already told us that.
Geraldo, do you have a show now?
See?
What do you
Latoya
say?
Jackson
Yeah.
will be on her show today talking about her brother Michael. She says he is guilty of child abuse.
I'm not guilty. Here's $15 million.
The first time that Michael Jackson will appear
I'm
in
just very
public
generous.
performing since all of those allegations surfaced will come later this month with one of those Jackson family reunions. They're
I
going to
paid
have a
$40
Jackson
million to
family
prove my
award
innocence.
show.
Isn't it funny, Robin, how NBC won't put Howard on, but they put on me?
Yeah, I do understand, though, that they are having trouble getting sponsors. That is one of the rumors going around.
Here's $40 million. Say it was someone else's penis. Oh, wait, we got a sponsor. Harry's Bondage Shop.
Latoya says she's going to show up at this event even though her family has not asked her. There's a little bit of controversy here. The family says they tried to call Latoya and she never returned phone calls.
Sure.
She says, or at least through her husband Jack, that she's going to show up there anyway.
And she's going to go?
Yeah.
Oh, now that's going to be a good special.
Now,
And
Jack.
if they don't let her in,
Yeah.
all hell is going to break loose.
What is
he
it,
said.
Latoya?
So we'll have to see what that means. All hell breaking loose.
It's the Jackson Family Reunion brought to you by Bob's Skin Dye. That's right. Bob's Skin Dye. When you want to be lighter. So they can't get any sponsors. Well, who would want to sponsor that? There's such a tainted image there, isn't there?
I would say so. But you know there's going to be a high tune-in factor.
Right.
So what do? Do you go for those ratings, or do you
Oh, Latoya.
try to avoid the
Are you in
stigma?
a stew?
See?
Latoya's
In
upset?
hard copy today, Linda Stasi, you know, it's very interesting.
If
She
someone
claims-
says something bad about you in the press, what would you do?
Quiet. Linda Stasi says
Yeah.
that the uncle of the boy who was suing Michael Jackson is going to write a book about the whole experience.
And what's he going to
So
say?
that the boy's side of the story, well, he's got access to the family.
I see. And what is he going to say?
And this is one of those loophole kind of deals because
If it's
the
a loophole,
father-
what'll you do?
the father cannot write a book. He signed an agreement to keep his mouth shut when he accepted that money from Michael Jackson, according to Linda.
So the uncle will
But the
write.
uncle is under no stipulation that he has to keep quiet.
Well, isn't that sort of like a catch-22? Not a catch-22, but it's sort of like skirting the law.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
but why
Oh,
not?
Latoya, what do you wear on your feet?
It's not the law so much as an agreement between the two of them, actually.
A shoe?
So he's going to give all the details that this young man never got to testify to in court
I get you.
as to his relationship. And they will also, the book will include transcripts of phone calls between the boy's father and Michael Jackson's lawyers while all these negotiations were going on.
When Irish people put beef in a pot, what do they make?
Stew.
Seems that Judith Regan of Simon & Schuster has
That's
been
my editor.
contacted
Yeah.
about this whole thing.
And what'd she say?
She says she doesn't discuss her business,
Sure she does.
not her book business.
Oh, bull. She doesn't discuss it. Who's she kidding? So,
See?
What do you do when you get frustrated?
Sigh.
You sigh?
See?
Oh, boy.
I
Ronald
think we've hit a
Reagan
theme here.
turns 83 on Sunday. He's going to be in Washington, D.C. for some big Republican fundraiser.
Is that right?
83 years old, our
So,
former
what do you do
president.
in your spare time?
So.
So,
See?
Oh, I'm glad you saw me.
and if someone stole your sewing, what would you do?
Sue.
I'm looking here at a
You'd sue?
list,
See?
of people who have great hairdos.
Gilbert's not on there, is he?
No, afraid not. The hairdos they like
Yeah.
are
Janet
the
Reno.
hairdos of Liam Neeson,
Liam Neeson. I
the
got
guy
it.
who's in Schindler's List.
Right.
Madeline Stowe.
Oh, she had beautiful hair. Who is that?
Is that
She's
so?
an actress who's now in the movie Blink.
Right.
She was in Last of the Mohicans.
Well, if you blink, that
Halle
means
Berry.
you're not able to.
Richard Gere. And
See.
Daryl Hannah. They all say have good haircuts.
Daryl Hannah?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
And where is Robin Quivers with her new braids?
No, they don't have me in here. The hair don'ts, however, include Whoopi Goldberg.
Why
Yeah.
can't
Would you
Stevie
shut up,
Wonder
Gilbert?
do-
I'm going to throw you out of
Yeah,
here.
why don't you and Fred go out in the hall?
Yeah, you bad boys.
Whoopi Goldberg, the hair
Yeah.
don'ts. Whoopi Goldberg, Juliette Lewis,
That's why Gilbert never made the big time. He doesn't know when to stop.
Dennis Hopper,
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves,
Dennis Hopper doesn't have any hair.
Say, you say
And
another
Howard
bad thing
Stern.
about me. You know
And
what?
Howard Stern. I turned off Gilbert's mic. Now we can talk.
Good. Yes, you made the hair don'ts. Your do is a don't.
Why? I have the
don't
rock and roll
know
hair.
why.
Is that a do?
No, that's a don't.
Nee.
A do don't.
Is that a do? Nee.
See,
So I just wanted you to know that you made the list.
Where is that list appearing?
In the USA Today.
The bastard.
Well, they didn't write it. This was some hair care expert who
Yeah.
gave their opinion.
gee, that's a nice hair.
What's wrong with my hair?
Oh.
What's wrong with my hair?
You'd have to ask that
I'm
guy.
beautiful
Maybe
hair.
you want to call
The
him.
only on me that's right is my hair. Bastards.
Those bastards.
He's
It's
just looking.
hair care expert Larry Freeman.
Yeah, let's see his hair.
Maybe you want to talk to him about your hair.
Probably got a tight little afro or something.
See,
See what he can
See?
tell you.
I can think of a lot of people with worse hair than me.
Like,
All right, you know that guy you know that guy on public television who does the painting?
oh goodness, yes.
Cy.
his name's Cy.
See,
What's his sister's name?
so,
His Sue.
see,
You know that guy on public television who does the
painter,
painter?
yeah, the
You ever
tree
see-
guy.
He's got an afro from the 60s. I mean, he's got a huge afro. I mean, like bigger than Lincoln Hayes III.
This is the guy's list, Howard. You can't argue with it.
Sure I can.
Try to get yourself replaced with the tree guy.
I think of a lot of guys with worse hair. Look at Fred's hair. Nothing nice there.
Louis
Gilbert's
Farrakhan, the leader of the Nation of Islam.
Not a good hair.
see,
No, do.
All right, listen, I'm cutting your mic off. It's
Really?
enough with that already.
Okay.
I'm talking about Louis
Farrakhan,
Farrakhan. Now,
the
hold
leader
on.
of the Nation of
Well,
Islam,
hold on there.
has decided to hold a press conference, Howard, to announce how he feels about his national spokesman.
Nah,
He made a number of racist, anti-Jewish, anti-Catholic statements.
now I hate the dude.
And continues to
He made a lot of anti-cataract statements.
I love a cataract.
And I'm going to give him this here Geico counter as a reward.
All I know
So
is
anyway, Farrakhan was contacted by a number of black leaders to ask that he reprimand this man in some way or control him in some way, and he wouldn't answer them, but he said he would hold a press conference.
I cannot answer the phone right now, but I'll call you at my earliest convenience.
And while he's contemplating what he's going to do, the Senate yesterday voted 97-0 to condemn Mohammed Abdul Khalid's.
the Senate. Why would they
Yes,
even vote on that?
This is stupidity. Is what
Now,
this is.
hold on there.
Why is the United States Senate even
Entertaining
aware
this.
of this silly man
It's ridiculous.
and having votes about it?
because they're giving him credibility. This
That's
is a guy-
because the Senate's got them hook-nosed Jews in it.
That's a black guy who comes out and he says to a bunch of black guys, hey, we hate the Jews. The reason we have so many problems is the Jews. So you say to yourself, okay, let him say that. Who cares? Listen, you got to find someone to blame. If you're sitting there and you're in complete despair, your life is filled with having children, you're not staying together with your wife, you're not training yourself for a job, you can't even sit still in a classroom.
There's got to be some reason you're not doing well.
So you, like Hitler did, you blame somebody. And you got Jews who were in concentration. They get out, right away they reform and they go out and they form a business. And if they go to countries where they're hated and they just go ahead and form their own little businesses. But if you're some black guy who's sitting there with a bunch of losers, like Farrakhan and the losers in that auditorium.
Too, black people, that Farrakhan is just another kind of preacher.
That's all.
You know, you hear these guys like Falwell and this and that on the radio, and they're only collecting money.
Right.
Well, that's what Farrakhan is doing.
Yeah,
what
so-
else is he doing? Has he given anybody a job?
But it's a good technique, too, to just say, well, listen.
Sure, you keep them riled up, and they think, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
let me send him some of my money because he's making me feel better.
So the good technique is to sit there and say, well, wait a second. I got to give these guys an answer. Now, I could tell them.
That is all their fault.
I could say, listen, it's your fault. You're not getting off your ass. You got to stay with your women. You got to be disgusted when Tipper Gore is on TV sitting there hugging little homeless black children. Because isn't that a disgusting image? Why are our black children have to be helped?
Why does this white woman have to come and take care of black children?
Right. Not that she's doing anything bad. It's just that, my God, that image disgusts me. Why am I, in this America are my people being photographed like they live in Africa somewhere, and she's coming over like Albert Schweitzer, and she's hugging them and helping them.
She braved the jungles and found us.
Oh, Mr. Farrakhan, what Jew do you hate the most?
Sai.
Oh, dear.
Sai?
See.
So, anyway.
What does Sai do?
So.
If he was a lawyer, what would he do?
So.
All right. Anyway, so the point is, Robin.
Yes.
That if you were a black preacher, you would have to come up with some kind of you have to blame someone for this despair.
Bad guy.
Right.
An enemy.
No, you guys say, listen, the Jews are keeping you down. What? Jews like Walter Annenberg, who, of course, owned so many publications, who donated $50 million to the United Negro College Fund. The Jews like that are keeping us down.
That's a ruse, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that was a ruse. I'm sure it was. He must have been.
He was trying to trick us.
Yeah. Imagine that. You talk about the Jews. The Jews are suckers. They're always donating all these black causes.
Those Jews stopped me from reading a book. I was trying to learn how to read a book, and the Jews would stop me at every point.
So how do you blame someone for your despair? You have to find somebody. Now, who are you going to blame? You blame the Jews, of course, because
the ones that everybody else hates.
When we put on rings, we call them jewelry.
Jewelry.
Now, hold on.
Hold on now.
That's a sad state of affairs. You know, I'm watching TV last night.
Well,
and
it's
they
a sad
had
state of affairs that our U.S. Senate is so stupid to be duped into commenting on this.
When we go to an amusement park, we go to the spook house.
You know, there wouldn't even be any... You shut up.
Gilbert
I don't know.
About? Just ignore him.
He's desperate for a joke.
Spook house.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to create controversy. But the Jews...
He wants the Senate to start talking about him.
Yeah. Wait, the Senate just voted. They condemned Gilbert Gottfried. Anyway, the point is that the Jews, they don't care if this guy... They find a couple of Jews on TV who care. They start screaming, this guy's terrible. We have to condemn him. We won't stand... Most Jews don't care. They don't sit there and analyze this moron.
No, they don't stop working.
They don't stop working. Their whole life doesn't come to an end. They go on being industrious.
Going home at night.
You know, the idea...
Start drinking.
You know, even you'll see poor Jews. Jews that don't have money. Don't fit the stereotype. They're industrious in their own way, and they get their kids through school, and they try to do something. They try to keep their families together for the most part. There is those that don't. But it's a type. It's a type of thing you got to be into. And in the black community, there's a lot of guys walking off. They don't stay with the kids. I saw an image on TV last night. It was unbelievable. Opened up the news.
Wait a minute. I'm doing the news.
Oh.
I was going to talk about Chicago.
Well, let me just say the image I saw. I'm on a roll. The image was, Robin, and you'll go into detail, but it was a group of black children being taken out of some building by these white cops. An
apartment building in Chicago. 19 children. Now, I understand this is a very small apartment.
Right.
19 children were fighting with a dog
for food.
Over food in a bowl.
But that dog was a Jew.
Well, you're right.
That dog's name was Lowenstein, and I could prove it.
And the mattress. There were only 2 mattresses for the 19 kids.
Right, and half of them were on the floor in only diapers. There was fecal material.
Hold on.
Now, hold on. What's with this fecals?
The stove,
right? The stove
was inoperable. You know, the oven didn't work, nothing worked, so you couldn't cook any food in there.
Right.
And there was rotting food and feces.
Feces.
Come here, there. Feces.
Where these 19 children live. They arrested, I think, 4 or 5 adults, and one of the mothers. They arrested some parents and an uncle.
The parents were at a karate movie. They couldn't be home with the kids.
One of the parents wasn't there. She
Right.
was in the hospital having another child.
Unbelievable. And this is what's going on, and there's such despair. So
Now,
I'm in despair.
a guy like
I would like to also say
I
about
got a
that whole
flat tire. Where's
situation,
despair?
there was no television.
right. Oh, there was no
To be
television in the
found.
apartment, so there was no violence in the house.
There was no television to be found.
Oh.
So I don't know why this whole thing occurred.
Well, I'll tell you something, Robin. They must have been picking up my radio show out there in Chicago.
No, that was taken off.
That was taken off the air. So how can they blame me for that? Well, I'll tell you something. it's a sad state of affairs, and that's a horrible image.
Now imagine, I wonder what those children would grow up to be like.
Good
had
citizens.
they continued to be raised in that kind of
No
environment.
worse than Gilbert.
As long as they keep them away from the Jews, they'll be okay.
Right. So the point is, there's such despair, and what do you when
And
you
whose
get a
fault was it? It probably was the Jews.
It probably was. When you get in a room with a bunch of black guys who are all sitting there, they're a bunch of losers, and you're Farrakhan, what are you going to say? What are you going to say to these guys?
Well,
Listen, we need
hello
to.
there.
Are you going to say hello?
Hello there?
Hello there. What are you going to get them worked up about? What are you going to tell them? Listen, guys, you're not being industrious. You're not setting up businesses in your own community. You're not being respectful to your women. No, they're going to say the Jews are keeping you down. Look, this is the sadness, and that's a sad image for any decent, hardworking black man to turn on the TV and see these young black children like they're living in some other part of the world, like in some third world nation, and the white man is...
It's better in a third world nation.
Yeah, and Tipper Gore has to come, and she's hugging black faces, and she got to put on the show.
And, you know, the vision of the white police officer cuddling one of the children and the child clinging to her.
Yeah. And, waiting for the government to bail out $50 million.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the oldest child in this whole group was 6.
Well,
So
we'll
you
be
think
raising
he's
her.
Ready for school?
You're
Yeah.
6?
You think that child could be in a classroom and sit and be ready to learn to read if he's fighting with a dog over food and making his way through feces?
Must be the Jew.
Yeah, it's that damn Jew dog again.
That dog, get rid of that Jew dog, and the people will be fine.
Everything will be fine. So
Now, hold on.
Yeah,
So
hold on a
everybody
second there, Sapphire.
just run over to Louis Farrakhan's press conference today and figure out what the problem is.
The Jew.
The Jew, I suggest you shave your head, wear a bow tie, and look like a black Jerry Lewis.
Did you see the snout on that dog? Why, that's the snout of a Jew.
Oh, boy, that dog stole that chitlin from me right away.
Hold on. Go ahead, Robin. Think Gilbert's done?
I think so.
Yeah, you never know.
Give me that there pork chop. Now, Rover, you back away there. I seen that pork chop first. I demand to be eaten that, you Jew dog, you. You must be a Jew because you taking my food away.
Hold on now, dem's my maggots. Farrakhan.
The Disney company
Steve
is
Bose.
opening a theater on Broadway. They have
Yes.
decided to take over the New Amsterdam Theater where they, I think, now show porno films.
Excellent. I didn't know Disney was in the porno business.
And they're going to convert it and renovate it, and then they're going to start showing live stage reproductions.
Oh,
of
live sex
their-
acts.
Maybe
With
Gilbert,
Mickey
this could
and
be
Donald.
a job for you.
Maybe
of their movies, their feature films.
Well, what am I going to masturbate to?
What can I masturbate to, Massa?
Bambi Doo Dallas?
This is supposed to be a boon for 42nd Street.
Really? You know, I got to tell you about the Disney company. You know me, I'm very hung up on what happened in the Euro Disney.
Yes.
But, this guy, Michael Eisner, is a bright guy who runs Disney.
But he a Jew.
Well, yes. And he's probably holding back the black man. But I'll tell you something.
He's holding back Mickey Mouse.
I was reading an article about Euro Disney, and they're really doing well financially. There's business now coming in. They are showing a profit there. But when they originally financed Euro Disney, it cost about $4 billion to build Euro Disney. So when they get together and they borrow money, they borrowed it at about 11.5%. So the debt on this Euro Disney is huge. That's what's killing it. Mm-hmm. So what he is doing now is he keeps saying, we're going to close down Euro Disney.
Well, they haven't made that decision yet.
No, but the reason they're saying it is so that they can get refinancing.
I see.
He wants to lower the interest rate because at 11.5%, it's very hard to make a profit on $4 billion. Imagine what 11.5% of $4 billion is. I can't even imagine.
I'm sure
what
they
it is.
haven't touched the principal yet.
That's right. So, the debt structure is so high that he just keeps threatening to close it down, and eventually they'll let him.
Refinance?
Yeah. I thought that was a good business move. What do you think, Gilbert?
Well, I think that Jew Michael Eisner
Yes?
is holding down the black. He keep the black people away from the Disney movie.
Well, there's one thing I did want
You
to
know
say.
that Goofy was white and that Donald was white.
Right.
He never have a black Disney character.
Notice at the Disney, there's no rides for black people.
There's no
Excuse
right.
me.
Now,
They do
The two of
not
you can stop
allow.
your stupid black accents for a second.
now hold on.
Now, wait a
Thing
second.
that I did want to say.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name from the Dallas Cowboys who was the most valuable player of the game? Emmett Smith?
Emmett Smith.
His
Did
name
you
be
see
Rufus.
his new Disney commercial?
No.
They say,
No, I
Emmett
do not
Smith,
see that.
where are you and your goddaughter going? You just won the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I can't read traffic signs.
Goddaughter going.
I got a white driver to tell me where to go.
And he grabs her and he says, we going to Disney World.
We going.
and we going to Disneyland too.
Now, we going to Disneyland and we going to Disney World. And we going to the new section that Michael Eisner just built, the Jew.
That no good Jew.
It's called Israel Land, where all the rides is discounted. The only ride I used to have was my Sapphire here, and now.
I couldn't believe he was actually doing you. We going to Disney World.
We going to Disney World. He's a big fan of the show. We going to Disney World.
Did I actually say Disney World?
Now, the reason I don't know how to speak the proper English is because of the Jew. The Jew taught me how to speak.
The minute I would try to say Disney, the Jew would tell me Dimney.
I'd be a Dumbo.
I sure feel goofy now.
Hold on. All right, enough of that.
Really?
I mean, for God's sakes. I was on Pluto.
You know how we've gotten rid of the threat from the Soviet Union?
I'm going to rub a magic lamp and learn how to read.
Would you turn him down? I'm kind of yelling over him.
It's impossible.
We think that we don't have any more problem with nuclear weapons because there's no more Soviet Union.
Right.
But I just keep reading in the paper today about North Korea now, or getting all upset with us because we're trying to find out if they actually have nuclear weapons or are trying to make one. And they're making threats at the United States. They say, don't pressure us, don't mess with us, because
Really?
We have the ability to answer any of your options.
Those effing Koreans.
Which leads you to believe that they have nuclear weapons.
I hate Korea.
So there is still a threat out there, folks.
Oh,
And we
let's
have to
level them.
Continue to protect us.
They hate us.
What made them so angry? And who do they think wants to come and take them over?
Who wants Korea anyway?
Nobody even knows where it is.
They're just jealous of our way of life. Don't you see, Robin? Everyone's
But
jealous.
these people sit over in their little countries thinking we're coming to get them.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. You eat rice 3 meals a day, you'll be angry. Oh, rice bad. Well, same crap day in and day out.
We take over America
Yeah, we eat other than dog.
and build fruit stand on every corner.
We take over. We very industrious. Where the friggin' beef? We eat dog all day.
Oh, come here, Rover. Yum, 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 yum.
Red Rover, Red Rover. Red Rover, come over.
Oh, Rassi is on. I'm hungry.
Rassy.
Oh, it's a Lin Tin Tin. Yum, yum, yum. Eat 'em up.
Did you hear about the Taco Bell shooting last week?
Oh, do they have a dog?
4 employees were killed.
4?
When a gunman walked in.
Well, there are 4 employees killed in Taco.
Oh, no, I'm back to that again. Well, they have made an arrest. A part-time employee of the Taco Bell in Clarksville, Tennessee, has been arrested in connection with the brutal murders of 4 co-workers last weekend. They say they have arrested 19-year-old Courtney Matthews, and he faces 4 counts of murder in what could potentially be a death penalty case. They also say that Matthews is a soldier stationed at nearby Fort Campbell, Kentucky. So
He must
there
have
you
been a
it.
Jew soldier.
Now, why would you say that?
Because there was a Jew who knew that the hamburgers be dark.
What's he talking
He's
about?
really stretching.
He's stretching that. Well, he's got a big appearance on a wing. It's feeling very funny.
Whoopi Goldberg.
What was
that
the name of the guy who played Rambo?
Sly.
Sly?
The Oscar host is what everybody's debating about, and now the name of Whoopi Goldberg is being floated as the person most likely to succeed Billy Crystal.
You're kidding
in
me.
the role.
Are they the only 3 comedians? Billy Crystal, Robin Williams, and Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, a lot of times Robin Williams' name comes up, and they say, well, the problem is you just can't tell what Robin is going to say, and with those long ad-lib sessions he goes on, he could make the show 5 hours long instead of its usually 3.5 hour time, so they
Something
don't want to
spontaneous
trust
might
him.
happen. Yeah, well, he's a bore.
They never asked me to
But
do
they
it.
think that Whoopi, being as popular as she is and as quick, could handle it.
Why didn't they ask me to host?
She was boring and filthy on Comic Relief, but nobody's upset about that.
It's Whoopi.
Ah.
She can do anything.
Well, I'm putting my vote in for Dave Walrus Hawthorne. He's a really funny guy.
You're going to want to be near your TV set tonight, the reunion of I Spy.
Does that look
Will be
bad?
shown on CBS.
I like it too. It's like they had to get some young people in there, so it's Bill Cosby meets up with Robert Culp again, except they have their kids
Yes,
with them.
they each have a kid.
And their kids are in the spy business too.
I want to know who Bill Cosby was married to. Did you see his daughter?
Yeah, she's very light-skinned.
She looks like an Indian.
Yeah. How come Bill Cosby on TV, all his kids are so light-skinned?
I would have asked his wife on the Cosby Show if she hadn't been with the mailman.
Yeah.
A couple of times looking at those children. But he seems to accept this, that his children could look this way.
Well, you know,
So-
it's very hard for dark-skinned black women to get on TV, evidently. They can't find one to be Bill Cosby's daughter.
There are no actresses who sort of look like Bill Cosby
Nothing.
have his coloring.
Nothing close.
Okay.
What show is Cosby doing?
Spy. See.
So anyway, here's a little theme music from I Spy.
Oh.
Spy.
Spy?
See.
All right, here is the theme music. Come on, let's enjoy this together, everybody. Let's calm down. Here we go. There it is.
Quite.
All right.
How about the real theme?
All right, here it is.
The halls of Ivy seem to agree with you.
What is
Oh,
that?
oh, that's the clip.
Oh, you.
Come on, I'm trying to juggle all kinds of clips. I got Gilbert in my room. Now, where the car?
Where'd the car be at? A Jew stole my car. He must have sold it.
Bill Cosby's gray hair, his eyeballs falling out.
He's big and fat. How's he going to be sneaking around?
Yeah. Bill Cosby's chin's bouncing rhythm to this.
What's this show about?
Spy.
Spy?
See.
And the clip, please.
All right.
Give you a little idea of the acting.
Oh, good, because we're all fans of the acting on the show.
Happy Buddha look. Is that a hairpiece? No, it is not a hairpiece. If I was going to wear a hairpiece, I could do better than this.
Bill Cosby's gray hair, his eyeballs falling out.
He's big and fat. How's he going to be sneaking around?
Yeah. Bill Cosby's chin's bouncing rhythm to this.
What's this show about?
Spy.
Spy?
See.
And the clip, please.
All right.
Give you a little idea of the acting.
Oh, good, because we're all fans of the acting on the show.
Happy Buddha look. Is that a hairpiece? No, it is not a hairpiece. If I was going to wear a hairpiece, I could do better than this. Well, I have to congratulate you. You don't look as desiccated as I thought you would be. Well, I'm delighted to look upon your face as well.
Oh, boy.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be tuned in.
We'll be back right after these words. Hey, if anyone's got a copy of Melrose Place from last night, could you give it to me?
You didn't tape it?
My wife, I said, please tape Melrose Place for me. So she writes me a note this morning. I taped it, but the tape must have run out. I go, how hard is it to tape? I ask you to tape one lousy show a week for me. I got to see it.
You're that addicted to the show.
Yeah, I love it.
See it?
See.
Well, I hope you get a tape.
Did your girlfriend watch it?
See.
What's her name?
So.
You're still not tired of doing this?
No.
See.
I can't believe it.
In another half hour, it'll be funny again.
Yeah.
Will it be funny in a half hour?
See.
Let's see what's on the talk show today. Ooh, on Donahue, young adults who choose to abstain from sex until marriage.
That's you, Gilbert. But Gilbert didn't choose to abstain from sex.
And on Montel Williams, teens who have multiple sex partners.
With me, that would be one.
So there you go. Make your choices, folks.
Gilbert's going to be on Oprah. It's people who abstain until death.
And think it'll be me and Gilbert.
Yeah, the way you two are going. How old were you when you lost your virginity? Seriously.
Well, I'll tell you when it happens.
No.
I'll give you a call.
He'll never give the right answer.
No, he won't talk about his
No.
personal life.
That might actually be funny and interesting.
You know, it leads me to believe. I almost have this feeling about Gilbert that I had about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That there must be
pictures of my
something
penis.
really strange going on.
Mother,
They took pictures of my penis and buttocks.
And my lower torso. And torso area. Why? Why are people crucifying me before I am found guilty?
let me just give Gilbert a plug here. That's why he's got a big night tonight. The show Wings, evidently a popular show, I guess.
See?
I've never seen it. I'll watch it tonight with you.
See it.
Now it's on at
tonight.
8:30.
See.
But between Mad About You and Seinfeld.
See.
Hey, will your girlfriend watch it?
See.
What's her name?
So.
Wings tonight, NBC 8:30.
What'll you eat?
Robin, talk to his plug. Daddy gets quiet.
Yeah,
for her.
see? He's not saying anything now.
Yeah.
See.
Comedy Cabaret, February 17th, Wilmington, Delaware. Ooh, you could hear a pin drop.
He has no questions for Fred.
Nothing.
No.
February.
Are you going to take your girlfriend to see Gilbert?
Will you?
See. February
What's her
18th
name?
and 19th, Fells Point, Baltimore.
And will you have a big plate of beef?
See.
February 18th and
No,
19th at
Stu,
Fells
you're
Point.
Stu. See.
February 18th and 19th, Fells Point, Baltimore. Governor's Long Island, March 4th. Club Benet, New Jersey, March 5th. It's Gilbert. And we all love him.
See.
Not right now, but we usually love him.
Comedian.
The comedian's comedian, which
And
means...
obviously all the comedians are dying out there. They're splitting their sides right now.
Right. All
I'll be
comedians love
watching
Gilbert.
Wings tonight.
If you're sitting there saying you don't think Gilbert's funny, it's okay. Other comedians think he's
You're
funny.
not a comedian.
No.
Every
right.
comedian will watch Wings and go, "How did he get that?" I don't think he's funny.
Do you have to audition or they just call you? Someone had a part
They
in mind
just
for you?
called me.
Yeah? And then you... What?
There are Gilbert parts.
Yes.
And how long does the taping
It
session
be
take?
the Jew part.
How long does it take to tape
It's
one of
about
these?
a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
One
Ever
episode?
since the run through.
You're there for the whole week.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a major part.
Is it the whole week?
Scene.
He's a little slow today.
See.
Anybody want to hear the German version of Jackie singing She Loves You, Yeah, Yeah, Yeah?
Yeah.
See?
All right. Tough. I lost it.
Oh.
Oh, here it is. You ready? So it took you a week to tape?
To tape Wings.
Really?
Yeah, well, because I had to get into character.
Obviously, they were paying hotel and food.
Yes. See?
Jackie Platinum Joke Page
What did you
Martling.
eat for food?
Stu.
Stu?
See.
Friday night, February 18th at Seasons Resort at Great Gorge in McAfee, New Jersey.
McAfee.
There's a special for anyone going to Great Gorge. Joke Man room special, only $69. $69, get it? For raunchy jokes and to order Jackie's new comedy CD, call the all-digital 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is just a regular call. Jackie, why don't you say this? I'm not going to say it.
I'll say
What?
it. We can make the day.
Come on.
What is that?
What the hell's the matter with you?
Jackie, I guess last summer, had to run out of here every day because he took a piece of wood that washed up on the shore at that stupid beach he hangs out.
That thing.
And remember all summer long, hey, we found a piece of wood. We're making...
on the jetty today. It's great.
We made a jetty and we fixed it up. We put AstroTurf on it.
We lay it on top and just soak it.
Jackie, why are you so red? I swam out to the jetty and
We
I
were
fell
building.
asleep.
It was fun just to build
I
it.
was just laying there and I fell asleep.
So evidently Jackie's stupid piece of wood floated away, and then he got on the air and asked the cops to find it.
Great. Everybody loves it.
And now all the cops were searching for Jackie's piece of wood. So tell us what happened.
So I asked you to announce it, and like a nice guy that you are, you announced it on the air, and they were listening to the show, and they went and looked for it, and they found a piece of wood drifting in over by Lloyd Harbor, and they called Nancy and described it.
My wood!
They said it had a ladder and green AstroTurf, and she said that's it, and so I went and they dragged it back.
I found a piece of wood! But then I lost
it! But the police were listening! But then they couldn't find it! But then they did! It was the wrong piece of wood!
So tell us what happened quickly.
I told you, and they dragged it back.
Do you want to mention their name? Do you want to do this?
You say their names. A huge fan.
Right, thank you. Don't miss boy. I asked you to do it. You don't want to.
Why? Shut up. It's Mike, Tony, Mike, and Richie from the Nassau Bureau of Nassau Marine Bureau
How much did that
of
cost
the
us?
police.
And they returned Jackie's dock.
Yes. And I'm very indebted to them. They were very nice
I
guys.
wish they had just let it go.
Piece of garbage.
Green
The cops-
AstroTurf.
cops wasted
It's
their
got
time
green
looking for that piece of
AstroTurf
garbage.
and blue styrofoam. Please bring back my piece of wood.
So where was it? How did they say it got away?
What happened was the ice froze around it, and then when the ice went up, the ice just took it away.
Don't you protect your jetty?
Yeah, why don't you cover it?
Winterize it.
I should have brought it up for the winter, and I'll bring it up next time.
Don't miss boy Gary at New York's China Club on 75th and Broadway on Friday, February 11th. Contest, babes, and prizes.
And wings tonight, 8:30 NBC.
Will it be NBC?
See.
All right, to get on Stuttering John's mailing list, call 609-546-STUPID. This Friday night, Steve, the Gorilla, will be at T-Birds on 86th Street and 3rd Avenue
My father's going to be there.
in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
My dad.
If you want to go there, take a car.
Yeah, you
There'll
take
be-
a car. There'll be no homeless with the
And the
conductor.
conductor.
There'll be private parts giveaways, and Gorilla will also be hosting Singles Night at the Park Avenue Country Club on 27th Street and Park Avenue this Saturday night,
What are
February
you
5th.
doing?
I'll give you a cigar.
From 9 to 12, $20 all you can drink along with autographed giveaways.
How?
Hey-o.
Dee Snider, the great Dee Snider and Widowmaker, will perform at Steeltown in Baltimore this Saturday night, January 5th. They'll really be great, I'm sure. Pig Vomit tonight at the River's Edge in Yonkers. And also, if you're planning a wedding or party and you need a great disc jockey, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment toll-free from any city at 1-800-PARTY-MC. And if you'd like to hire Scott in the New York area, call 718-BAG-5040. Well, there it is. As usual, after Gilbert's appearance, I'm exhausted.
Yes,
and
now I have to go take a nap.
now I'm going to go home and sleep. Thank you, Gilbert.
Yes, wings is 8:30 on NBC.
See?
All right, and we'll see you tomorrow.